Yesu. Yeah. Bariki. Yeah, bariki. Yeah. Haya. Jesus. 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 Hallelujah. Woo! Celebrate Jesus. Woo! 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 Hallelujah.
Steel Bridge Band, yani daraja ilotulia kabisa, bendi ya daraja ilotulia. Karibu sana, and it's good to have you. Today we are talking about peace. The elections are right here. And so, I mean things have happened before. We thank God that we've had peaceful transitions in the last about 2 elections. But 2007, 2008, we had a very tough time as a nation, very tough. And the world, you know, was watching us and thinking, what's happening to this nation? We all believe that this will be a peaceful election. We'll have a great transition. And by, you know, 12th August, we'll be back to normalcy and, you know, praying for our leaders, whichever leader God gives us, from the MCS all the way to the president, that we'll keep praying and believing God for prosperity for them, all right? So karibu sana. Today we want to share a story. And sometimes it's important to vividly get to know what the price of war is and what the challenges that come with that. So we have a man of God who was deep into that kind of a situation. Today is here to share with us, of course, Bishop Joseph Githinji. Karibu sana, Bishop. You well?
Yes, I'm well.
Karibu, it's good to have you.
Oh, thanks a lot.
And thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable to share this testimony with us.
Yes, 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 yes.
We'll give you an opportunity just to introduce yourself in a better way.
Yes.
And then we'll get straight into
yes, yes. Like you heard, viewers, my name's Bishop Joseph Gibinji. I'm a I'm a minister of the gospel, and a married man. I am blessed with 2 boys, and we have a ministry known as Jesus Gospel Transformation Center.
Right.
We are based in Ruaka. In Ruaka, we are known as Hillside Church.
Ah, okay.
But we have so many other branches across Kenya.
Right.
Almost like 108 branches, because I started preaching when I was very young. 25 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great. So let's go back to 2007.
Yes.
You were living and doing ministry in Sotik.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us what happened in 2007.
Yeah, actually, it's still as clear like daylight what happened because of the experiences that I went through.
Right.
That side of, you know, South Rift. This is where I was. And I preached the gospel there for 10 years.
Right.
And all was going on well.
Hata nasikia ka accent kako kwa mbali.
Yes, all was going on well. You know, the community there is a great community.
Right.
There are people who are so loving, and when they love, they love. And I got a lot of favor with them. In fact, I became like part of them.
Right.
And I did actually very well, because we did huge meetings.
Right.
We are talking of a meeting that has more than 20,000 people, 10,000 people,
right,
all the time.
Wow.
So I found a lot of favor, a lot of support that came from that particular part of Rift Valley. And until now, when the election's coming.
But in January that year, you saw a trend of something that was...
2007, that year. I happened to notice something that like us, we had a fellowship of pastors where we would mix all of us. But in January 2007, I happened to see kind of a pattern where we were left on our own, those who are not locals.
Right.
But the locals now started moving, you know, by themselves. And then we were discussing with my wife, like a joke, I mean, what's happening? Why is it that these days we are no longer mixing like we used to do before?
Right.
Because I would see them, walking in groups. And here we are left in a different group. But, I mean, the way I was there, supporting the very people they were supporting.
Right.
So I didn't,
You didn't take,
like,
I mean, it was not heavy in your heart.
it was
at
not
that point.
like, I was not suspicious about anything.
Right.
Yeah, because we are talking, we are laughing, but I just noticed January 2007,
Right.
we are not together.
Wow.
But then I didn't know it was going to be something worse that would happen by the end of the year.
December, the election day,
Yes,
day 2, you're watching
we are
the numbers
busy.
coming in.
We are busy there supporting. The MP is a member in the church. She comes there.
Wow.
A friend of mine, she would even come and, at times sleep in the house.
Right.
So
Amazing.
I'm just at home, relaxed, because this is like a home for me. It's still a second home, actually,
Yeah.
even as we speak, because even I think next week I'll be going there.
Right.
But now, that particular day, the second day, as the results were trickling in, a drunkard came to my house, a young man who was a drunkard. And he said to me, you know what, Bishop? I was in a certain meeting, and it has been decided in that meeting that they have to move the non-locals out of this place.
Right.
Because things are not going on their side. They have to do something. Wow. And in that, and they have written a list of people that they want to attack today. And to me, it was a joke. I mean, how? How can it happen?
I'm part of this community.
I'm part of it.
Yes.
I was in the campaigns.
Yes.
In fact, I had given out my
Your
tool
truck.
already to support
Right.
who they were supporting. So why should I be attacked? In fact, I laughed at it.
Right.
But the drunkard, in fact, he even wept. He said, Bishop, I see you're not believing me, but I want to tell
It is
you.
happening.
But I want to tell you tonight at 7,
Oh my goodness.
you will be attacked.
Wow.
And I took it still like a joke. I mean, how? I didn't see it happening. I mean, how? I'm part of it. I'm part
right.
of here. I mean, I belong here. I
Right.
have been preaching here. I have transformed thousands of people, so why should I be attacked? In fact, he was even weeping tears. He told me,
Right.
Bishop, prepare. Leave the place. They decided you're going to be in the list. Your name is number 1. Because they decided for them to attack any other person, they have to move Bishop Githinji out of this place. Because I don't know, I was kind of a spiritual authority or kind of.
Right.
He said they have to deal with Bishop, number 1. He has to be moved out of this place. He has to be attacked and moved out.
My
And I'm telling you the truth. So for me, I was like, I was like, okay, if they attack me, I had a neighbor who was a security man and he was armed.
Right.
And in my compound, I had like 21 dogs.
Yes.
In
So
fact,
uko sawa.
I loved passion for dogs that day because when I was attacked, not even one dog barked.
So what happened that evening?
So that evening, at around 7,
Yes.
I had...
Na Bishop we ukusikia hiyo maneno. Ulitulia tu.
I relaxed. I mean, I just took it lightly, but the guy never left the compound.
Right.
He was there till evening.
Wow.
Until few minutes to 7, we had people singing.
Chanting coming
Chanting.
to your home.
Chanting, coming, like 100 militia
Oh my God.
coming, and they surrounded our home. In fact, I had them asking for fire. They want to burn the car, they want to burn the house. We exactly didn't know what, but in course of the day, there are people who are tracking us. We kept on receiving calls that day. And these people are asking us, where are you? We tell them differently. We receive calls all the time.
Yeah.
So we just tell them we're in the house. So these people are becoming a link between the people that are coming to attack us and ourselves.
My.
So they monitored and they were very sure we were in the house that particular time.
Right.
5 minutes before the militia came, someone called my wife and said, by the way, Pastor, whatever happens today, call the police, and he cut off the phone. In fact, my wife was traumatized. I mean, she said, what is it? What is going to happen? Before she is in it, we had people singing outside our compound. And so they came, surrounded the home. But, when you are upright before God,
Right.
he will always fight for you. Because I had them asking, where is the bishop's house? And the leader, commander of the militia said, it is the next house. Because where I lived, there were 3 houses that were put up by missionaries. And all of them looked alike. So they confused my house with the neighbor's house.
Wow.
Because around 7 when they came, my wife got an idea and said, let us switch off the lights. And all of us are here. So the neighbors had lights on and the other neighbor had lights on. So when the militias came, they thought maybe we are not even there. So they attacked my neighbor's
They
home.
went to the other
He
house.
still, yeah, they went to the other house to attack them. So it's when we called the police. Me, I saw the importance of peace. I was walking in my house, working on money, but I could not pick. It was about my life. I saw myself working on money. I'm stepping on money, but I can't pick. I don't have time to pick. It's about me, my 2 babies, and my wife.
And your wife.
Yeah. I even saw her ring, wedding ring, but you don't have time to pick. Because the policemen are telling you, we don't have any other time. We are called everywhere.
So the police came.
The police came.
Wow.
The police came. These security men I was telling you also.
Right.
The daughter was also being attacked. Being an unlock also, he was being attacked.
Oh no.
In town. So when he left our house, found the militias on the way, he called the policemen for us. So the policemen came in a pickup. And then now is when we were advised the best thing to do is to leave the place.
Evil.
I was walking on money. I still remember I stepped on money in my bedroom, but I don't have time to pick. Because it's about your life,
Yes.
your 2 boys, and your wife.
And your wife.
And the rest of the people that had come to give us company.
Uh-huh.
So we walked out, entered the pickup, and we were taken to the police station. And when I went there, I found the OCS also overwhelmed because there were riots all over town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
screams
had
all
just
over.
erupted that time.
Yeah. And I tell you, when these things happen, it affects everyone,
Right.
regardless of who you supported.
That's true.
It was chaos in town. People are running all over. In fact, I looked at the OCS and he needed more help than me because he was overwhelmed. Even the MP came and there was nothing they could do. It was bad. So I just decided the best thing to do is to, okay, they were trying to tell me, you know what, it's going to be okay, just spend the night here, we are going to take care of you. But that particular time, I felt like I needed to be back home where I was born.
Right.
Because I was looking for peace. I needed peace. So we decided that night, we are not going to spend there.
Yeah.
But I tell you, in that police station, I saw someone who didn't have a forehead. He was hit by a stone and this forehead was not there. People were coming to the police station bleeding. So tell me, they are telling me to spend in that place in that night. I could not.
Yeah. I mean, there was no peace.
Yeah, there was no peace.
Yeah.
No peace.
So how did you live?
So what I decided to do, because I had a car, I decided, okay, fine, what I'm going to do.
So from home, you were able to
We
live
came
with
to
the
the
car?
police station
With your car?
with my car.
Okay.
We
Of,
came to the
of
police
course,
station
with the
my
help
car.
of the...
With
the
escort
police.
of the police.
Right.
So when I drove to the police station, and I think now the local, so our agenda is being achieved because I was number 1 list. Number 1, Bishop Githinji has to be attacked tonight.
Right.
And we destroy everything that he has.
So now you left eventually.
I left, but my story didn't end there. When I left town, along the road, I found so many cars burning for non-locals along the road.
Right.
So as I'm meditating between Sotik, which is like 35 kilometers, I'm thinking I'm moving in a long journey. This car I'm driving is diesel car. It needs clothes, we check on the oil, water and all that.
Right.
So I decided to stop in Bomet town.
Right.
And it is God who was leading me to stop there.
Yeah.
Because if I never stopped there, we were going to face something huge a kilometer away from Bomet town.
Oh my God.
So it happened that one of my church members, brother, was working with the police.
Right.
So he decided to give us goodwill. You'll always find good people. Not
That's
everyone you feel like they're bad.
Yeah.
They're good people. And having known what I had done, he decided, let me escort Bishop up to my Mahio. He was going to escort me all the way.
Wow.
So we are with him. And he was also armed.
Wow.
So he's ready to protect us and help us come out of that situation. That was very terrible. So when we arrived in Bomet town, my decision is let's go to the petrol station. We check oil, water, and we proceed with the journey.
Right.
But when we came to the police station, it was around 2:30 a.m. Right there, policemen will always be suspicious. He noticed a gentleman standing somewhere in that police station who was like monitoring us and wanting to know who are these.
Right.
And the policeman went there and lied to that guy. I said, hey, man, and they talked their own language.
Yes.
Hey, what's happening? Hey, Nini, this is my family, and I'm taking them to Nairobi because we have been beaten badly. I want to rush them there, and then I just come back to continue trying to keep peace.
Yes.
And the guy, we didn't know he was the commander of a certain militia group that had blocked the road with 200 militias like a kilometer away. We were not going to go there on our own and pass. So the militia guy commander was very excited. He said, oh, wow, that's nice. And then he took his phone, called the other guys to open the road. There were huge logs there. I mean, we could not go past them.
You couldn't.
And then when I came there, the policeman decided to drive for us, the car. He said, let me drive so that when we get there, you keep quiet. I'll be in a position to communicate with my language with these people. And that's what he did. So we left Bomet, we went down like that, and a kilometer away is where they had their roadblock.
Yeah.
Huge logs. And beside the road, I found more than 200 militias with huge pangas. I don't know where they bought those pangas from. I've never seen such a huge panga.
Right.
And they were lying down there because they were exhausted, having attacked so many people from that evening 7 all the way to 2:30.
That's right.
Yes.
Eventually you found your way.
Eventually I found my way.
All the way.
And now is when I left and came all the way.
Look at it here. We'll get another opportunity for you to share.
Yes.
But what you're saying, Bishop,
Yes.
remember the person who helped you out of Bomet?
Yes.
It's not your tribesman.
He's not my tribesman. It's not a,
He's not your tribesman, and he helped you out.
he helped me out all the way.
You know, every time we talk about peace, every time we talk about oneness,
Yes.
it is beyond the picture we see. Nyinyi ni maadui, nyinyi ni maadui. Right in there, there are people who you hold together.
Yes. Yes.
And you said even the MP, I mean, is someone you really supported.
He's really supported this.
Today you still go back to Sotik and you do ministry.
Even next week I'm going there.
And you know, and much more.
Yes.
So we want people to understand that this thing is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
We need to hold together.
It's not a joke.
It doesn't matter who is where.
Yes.
We need to hold together as a nation because we are one people.
Yes, we are.
And we are one Kenya.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
I mean, this is just a part one of it. We'll give you an opportunity to share, now speak into the atmosphere on matters peace. And we are glad that you are safe, your family is safe.
Yes,
your friend is still there?
Yes,
the police?
he's still there. And he's doing well.
And he's doing well.
He's doing well. And he's still a friend.
And he's still a friend.
Yes.
God bless you for doing that kind thing to Bishop right here. All right? So we will be coming back later on with Bishop. And of course, he will be sharing that with us. The band continues playing the music, beautiful music. Na hata wamevaa white pia wanasema ni peace. Sio, all everywhere it's peace, peace. So don't go far, right here on Sunday Best.
Kama singekuwa na Yesu singekuwa na uzima jameni.